Yo, it's Elut, and welcome back to my Forced Units Only hard mode run of Radiant Dawn. Today is part 2, chapter 1, and the characters we will have access to here are Nephany and Brom, as well as a recruitable character, Heather. So you'll recognize these two from the Prison Break chapter in Path of Radiance. And we're basically fighting a sort of Crimean uprising here out in the rural areas, because these two are actually farmers. One thing that I would recommend playing this map on hard mode is it might be tempting to just go for the houses up there, especially the one in the north right away. But Nephany is not the most durable unit ever. Brom is definitely much tankier for this part of the game. I do think Nephany's better, but it makes it pretty hard if you go for that house immediately. I always recommend to run Nephany down first. One, to keep her from dying, and then also Heather will spawn in the bottom right, and you need to talk to Heather with Nephany, so that makes it easier as well. Brom is fine pretty much up there by himself. And at a later turn, there will be a few bandits that will spawn, or brigands, whichever term you prefer, that will start to burn down the houses, but we have plenty of time, so that's not an issue so much. We will get every house. So yeah, Brom with a steel axe, 2-hit KOs that soldier there. He starts only with an iron axe. He got the steel axe from the first house that he visited on turn 1. And Nephany, going up to the house that she's at right now, will get a javelin. And there's Heather. So we decide to forego the javelin for right now, get a concoction. Very good. And then I believe we just heal with Brom here, just to buy us a little more time. And Heather actually is not going to be too useful, but her major asset in this context is the skill that she has at base, which is called Pass. And that allows her to pass through enemy units that are maybe blocking choke points and things like that. But that is very, very useful for a few particular chapters with Ike, so we really appreciate her joining our team. Alright, so now everything is pretty much under control. The 2 Armor Knights there with the Mage by Brom actually do not move, so you don't have to kill them or worry about them really at all. We are drawing the Bandit here with Nephany so that he doesn't burn any houses. This is the least important house. It's a Spectre card. If you don't know what those are, they're basically items that non-magic users can use to attack with a magic attack, but they have like 5 might or something. Which is really, really bad on a unit that also probably doesn't have very high magic. So they're really just sellable items. They're not good at all. And Brom from the top house got an Asherah icon, which is going to be either money or a stat up for Ike. Either way, some nice value. We decided here to make a break for the Javelin house, just in case. And he should aggro Nephany anyways. Alright, so there's a Javelin, and the good thing about the Javelin for Nephany is that, 1, it allows her to attack from 2 range, which is nice. You know, avoiding counterattacks generally is good. But more so for the start here, it allows her to double some things because her base weapon, the Steel Great Lance, actually weighs her down a decent amount and prevents her from doubling at times. Alright, so as we move up here, I'll explain what our goal is. This is not a route map or anything like that. We are meant to defeat the boss here, who has started the uprising in the story, which is the big promoted general there. And he's actually pretty tough, honestly. He tends to only attack after you've attacked him once or like stood directly next to him, but after that he will start to move. And you have to be careful because Nephany actually can die here if she gets attacked by all 3 units in the north. So we put her in the hedge tile there, and we try to take care of this guy, I think, before we aggro the boss a little bit. And I think Heather can get this kill. Yeah. And that really helps Nephany out a lot, because this boss hits very hard and is very tanky. So now that he's attacked once, he will move to attack whoever else that he likes. So we have to be wary of that. Nephany really won't do a whole lot of damage to him. Even with the Steel Great Lance, it's like nothing spectacular. The only thing that will sort of change that is her proccing Wrath, potentially, but it would have to be with the Steel Great Lance in order to do any meaningful damage. Also, that was a little bit lucky there, but it gets a little dodgy regardless, so I'm okay with it. Now we just run away Heather. She's not really going to do too much damage anyway, so no need to risk the pass scroll. You see, now he goes for Nephany. And Wrath, unlike in FE9, procs at 30% health or less. So for Nephany, I believe that's like 8 or 9 health or something, which is very, very risky to be at. It's actually pretty annoying. So it's not something that we can really rely on until maybe it's just the boss left, then you can try. But sometimes I just prefer to play like Omega safe, because this chapter can be a little bit annoying. But he's dead, and we're out of here. Alright, so that was part 2, chapter 1. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.